What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
So, you just finished After We Fell. You're still recovering from that cliffhanger, and you can't help but wonder, when does After Ever Happy come out? And for that matter, we're here to inform you. Here's everything you need to know about the fourth and last installment of the popular franchise. After Ever Happy. Synopsis. There is a synopsis for After Ever Happy via Deadline. A revelation about the past shakes Hardin's impenetrable facade to the core, and then Tessa suffers a tragedy, putting their relationship on the brink. As a surprising truth about each of their families emerges, it's clear the two lovers are not so different from each other. Tessa is no longer the sweet, simple, good girl she was when she met Hardin, any more than he is the cruel, moody boy she fell so much for.
What are you doing in my room, Tessa?
Your room.
When does After Ever Happy come out? For all those dedicated Hessa fans, don't worry because the romance of Tessa and Hardin is far from over. Stars Josephine Langford and hero Fiennes Tiffin were actually filming both After films at the same time back and forth. So After Ever Happy is already finished and will be based on the fourth book in the One Direction fanfiction turned book series by author Anna Todd. The first film of the franchise was released in 2019, the second one came in 2020, and the third one was released this year on September 1st. There's still no official date of when After Ever Happy will come out, but the good news is that filming is already finished, so we can expect the film to be released sometime in 2022, and because the franchise follows a late summer or fall release schedule, After Ever Happy is expected to come sometime in September next year. In the meantime, if you crave more of the steamy romance of Hardin and Tessa, you can read the After Ever Happy book by Anna Todd, but that will take you forever. So why not stick with us and go through everything we should expect from the next final film of the franchise? Let's dive into every detail we know, shall we?
What are you doing?
I'm just waiting for you to reveal your true self to me by just sitting here and...
After Ever Happy. Potential plot. After We Fell once again showed how rocky Tessa and Hardin's relationship is. The wild roller coaster of surprising twists at least ended with a kiss between our favorite couple. But according to the last novel by Anna Todd, some really crazy events are about to happen to Tessa and Hardin. After We Fell ends on a cliffhanger. Christian Vance, Chancellor Scott's best friend, is Hardin's biological father. The way Hardin uncovers the secret is perfectly fine in the film, as in the book, he sabotages the wedding of his mother and breaks up with Tessa after finding out the big secret. But in the film, he and Tessa travel to London to attend the wedding, and he finds out after the wedding. We must admit, he slightly controlled his anger in After We Fell. Nevertheless, After Ever Happy, the last novel of Todd's series, features heartbroken and angry Tessa returning to Washington alone, just as she plans to continue her life and start a new chapter with Landon in New York City. She finds her dad's corpse at her apartment. If the film decides to go entirely by the plot of the book, we can't imagine how difficult this scene would be to watch, so while all this happens, we can't help but wonder. Where's Hardin? While Tessa deals with her dad's situation, Hardin is back in London, meeting with his old criminal friends, doing what he was doing in the first film of the franchise. However, when he hears what happened with Tessa's father, he gets back to her and tries to comfort her, but she doesn't want to do anything with him. Which is kind of expected, right? This is where Hardin decides to go and look for Zed, hoping he'll help him win Tessa's trust back. Again. But Zed manipulates Hardin as he uses the whole situation while trying to impress Tessa. Tessa then rebuilds her relationship with her mother as she has no one else to go to, and she goes back to her old plan, hoping everything will be fine. She breaks up with Hardin, and the following events are so crazy, you won't believe them. Several events in Tessa and Hardin's life occur as Tessa graduates from NYU with a degree in wedding planning. As expected, she and Hardin reunite, and they are engaged, but when they try to have a baby, they face a lot of struggles, as Tessa's chances for a baby are quite slim. At the end of the novel, Tessa is pregnant with a baby girl, and then, 6 years later, with a baby boy.
It's a figure of speech. You should know I would never fucking cheat on you.
Where are you with her tonight? Is she who...
After Ever Happy. Cast. Josephine Langford and hero Fiennes Tiffin will, of course, come back as Tessa and Hardin in the next final chapter of their love story, summing up the After series. Louise Lombard, Trish Daniels, Rob Estes, Ken Scott, Chance Perdomo, Landon, and Kiana Madeira, Nora, are also expected to appear. After We Fell added Stephen Moyer, Mira Sorvino, Carol Young, Carter Jenkins, Robert, Ariel Kebbel, Kimberly, and Frances Turner to the cast, but we still don't have any confirmations about whether they will reprise their roles. However, Deadline reported the actors joined the after sequels, so we might as well see them in the final film of the franchise. After Ever Happy trailer. Since After We Fell was just released, we will have to wait to see a trailer for After 4. After all, the trailer for the third movie in the series was released shortly before its release date, so we might see a trailer for Ever After Happy sometime in the summer of 2022. But if something comes up sooner than we expect, we'll keep you updated on the latest After Ever Happy news.
How you getting me to let my guard down for you?
So you two have a good Christmas.
The movie's ending. Thanks to the enormous success of the franchise, more and more fans join after, and with that much fan interest, we can't help but wonder if the film franchise will end the same way it ended in the book. When it comes to Josephine Langford, she is pretty tight-lipped. In an interview with 2Fab, she said how it's always funny finishing a movie because there's never really this big last day with all the cast where it ends. It's always like people are wrapping. There's a 3, 4, 5-week-long process when cast members are dropping off. She continued saying she doesn't feel like with these films it's always her doing some random thing like rolling out of the bed or sitting in a bathtub as the actual last thing in the previous films. Well, it would be a really good ending to see Hardin and Tessa being parents, right? 3+ films. In a world of reboots, sequels, and remakes, it would be so sad if After we finished with After Ever Happy. That's why, aside from the fourth After film, a prequel and a Next Generation sequel are in production. Since the last two movies have already finished filming, After We Fell and After Ever Happy, we might see a prequel earlier than expected. The After universe will certainly keep expanding. Director Castile Landon will write and direct both new films. She also directed After We Fell and After Ever Happy. The first film was directed by Jenny Gage and Roger Cumble. The prequel will be slightly based on the After series book before, also written by author Anna Todd. So we're going to see what exactly made Hardin the way he is now and why Josephine keeps the good girl image no matter what. Most fans often criticize Hardin and his actions, so the sequel is welcomed as we're going to see his family life and his relationships and what exactly he's been through before he meets Tessa. The prequel will feature younger characters of Tessa and Hardin, and because hero Fiennes Tiffin is now 23, he will not play Hardin in the film. The sequel, on the other hand, will follow the life of Tessa and Hardin's children, Emery and Auden, and their cousin, Addie. The three younger characters are expected to appear at the end of After Ever Happy. Just to make this clear, Hardin and Tessa will be in the movies, but they won't play the lead characters this time. Emery, Auden, and Addie will now be in the focus. We can't wait to see what story will be featured in After Ever Happy and how that story will serve as the plot of future films. What do you guys expect from After Ever Happy? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.